the auction industry fairly recently went through a disruption when online bidding became more widespread and easier to implement. And some companies are still reeling and trying to catch up with that. If online bidding disrupted the auction industry, how do auction businesses get ahead of a potential AI disruption? And Jason, I'll start with you there.
Well, no, that's a great point. Online bidding changed everything for us. It changed the trajectory path of where we as auction professionals, the way that we were going. And I believe AI is going to do the same, but not just for the auction industry, but for small businesses and large businesses in general. So the way that you get in front of it and the way that you do it is, first of all, it's self-education. And it's listening to podcasts like this, of course. But you've got to put in the work, right? Taven, you can't go to the gym today and walk around in the gym and expect to walk out ripped, right? You just can't. You got to get in there and you got to do the work. You got to bench. You got to work tries. You got to work buys. You got to work back traps. You got to do everything. Like, you have to put the work in.
What?
It's not naturally going to happen. Okay. So it starts there. You got to build a base, and it starts with it's available for everyone to do their own research. I've always said it takes 20 to 25 hours to have a general understanding of whatever new topic that it is that you're trying to learn. So you want to get ahead of it, start the education process today.
So I love the people who are technology first, jump in with both feet. But sometimes I have to be forced to do something that I know in the end will be better for me. And I feel like we're at one of those points again. So maybe I need to listen to this podcast myself to make sure that I'm hearing it. But everyone who's watching, this is the time. Right now, write this down. I will integrate AI into my business, and repeat it to yourself every day. Because we are at a crossroads again for our industry. This is going to change everything. And let's be on the front end of this. Let's be the people who are the leaders into seamlessly integrating AI into our businesses, which is where we all want to be in the future, right? Auctioneers are big thinkers. We're big risk takers. All of the mundane tasks that we're doing, those ought to be run by AI. AI is better suited to do those things and pushing these buttons through the filter of who we are as companies, as brands, as auctioneers and auction professionals. So I just think that we're at a crossroads where we really need to push ourselves to jump in with both feet, decide what you're comfortable with where it comes to AI, and then just keep collaborating with people to figure out, because right now, AI is very what's the next tool? What's the next big thing with these platforms of, Gemini and ChatGPT, which I know we'll talk about. But I think the real area of disruption is customizing those tools to fit our businesses. And those who do it first will be able to scale so much quicker.